Good morning, everyone. My name's Lauren Sayer. I'm the Acting Executive Director at the Motor Accidents Insurance Regulation at the State Insurance Regulatory Authority. That's the mouthful. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands on which we meet today also, and pay my respects to the Cammeraygal people of the Eora Nation, and I pay my respects to elders past, present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander colleagues in the room with us or online today. It's a privilege to be here today at the 2025 John Walsh Centre for Rehabilitative Research Forum on behalf of CRRR to speak on a topic that is not only timely but deeply consequential: mental health, resilience and wellbeing following injury. I'd also like to thank the John Walsh Centre for putting on such a significant event for industry to come together and discuss such an important topic, and specifically acknowledge those that organised today. Anyone that's organised such an event knows that this sort of event can challenge one's resilience and wellbeing also. So as the New South Wales regulator of personal injury schemes, mental health, resilience and wellbeing following injury is one that deeply resonates with us at CRRR. We are at a pivotal point in our collective journey. The world of work is changing rapidly, and with it, the nature of injury and recovery. While we've made significant strides in physical injury management, the growing prevalence and complexity of psychological injuries demands a renewed focus and a person-centred approach. Within the New South Wales compulsory third-party and workers' compensation schemes, there is substantial evidence that people making psychological injury claims take much longer to return to work, have slower recovery trajectories, report poorer claims experience, and have more costly claims when compared to physical injury claims. This increase in psychological claims, it's not unique to New South Wales. Across Australia, we are seeing a systemic shift, and the causes are multifaceted, ranging from increased awareness and reduced stigma to the evolving pressures of modern work environments, including remote work, job insecurity, and psychosocial hazards. In response to these trends, CRRR's commissioned several projects to address and respond to the issues. In 2019, the Monash University Intervention Mapping Project identified barriers and opportunities in psychological injury recovery. The final report led to recommendations under 4 key focus areas: addressing barriers to care, developing models of care, addressing the evidence gap, and transformation infrastructure. From this research, CRRR has published the Mental Health Recovery and Support Strategic Action Plan as the first step towards an integrated long-term approach to enabling better mental health and psychological injury outcomes for scheme participants. The action plan includes long-term goals, guiding principles, and high-level indicative timeline for delivering priority initiatives under each focus area. In 2020, CRRR commissioned a landmark Australian study into regulatory measurement of customer experience and outcomes study, which measured the customer experience with insurers, trust in our schemes, perceptions of injustice, and return to work. And this was across the workers' compensation and CTP schemes. It found that 1/4 of CTP claims and 1 in 5 people within the workers' compensation scheme were assessed as having probable serious mental illness. This study identified areas that CRRR and insurers can focus on to improve customer experience and outcomes. In response to these findings, CRRR created the Customer Service Conduct Principles to ensure policyholders and people who experience injury and loss are provided with fair, timely, respectful, inclusive and appropriate services. CRRR also increased supervision activities to ensure regulated entities are adhering to these principles. Now, that regulation in the CTP scheme has been quite interesting because we know from the lived experience survey that we do that the insurers that have higher results in terms of treating someone with empathy, with respect, being more transparent and a higher level of trust, they also are the more profitable insurers within our scheme. So it's good business. In 2022, CRRR, in collaboration with the John Walsh Centre for Rehabilitation Research, explored psychological injury insights through the FISH project, which informed the 2022 amendments to the CTP scheme. These amendments included extending entitlements from 26 to 52 weeks to provide greater support to people with slower recovery trajectories, and remove the 20-month waiting period for people lodging a claim for damages to facilitate early resolution and improving access to justice. A number of other activities and initiatives have been developed and underway, including the delivery of trauma-informed care training to insurer case managers. This type of person-centred training supports the insurer case managers to manage claims sensitively and empathetically, resulting in better experiences of receiving care. An evidence access and translation project where we're developing an informational portal to share peer-reviewed research and practical tools with our stakeholders. Looking ahead, CRRR remains committed to addressing psychological injuries in our personal injury schemes through evidence-based policy, improved healthcare delivery, and a person-centred approach. We will work with industry to deliver outcomes through our regulatory priorities by delivering on our strategy with stakeholders to improve recovery through work, improving the effectiveness of workplace rehabilitation services, driving improved health outcomes by reducing utilisation of low-value care and increasing efficiency of healthcare delivery, and conducting a strategic review of health provider regulation within the scheme. CRRR is also proud to be collaborating with iCare and Safe Work New South Wales, and as a collective we've partnered with the Mentally Healthy Workplaces Australia initiative, which is a new national centre focused on innovation and research that aims to improve return to work outcomes and strengthen psychological safety standards in workplaces. This is not just another initiative, it looks to bring together regulators, researchers, industry, including employers, to co-create a national strategy to keep Australia on the forefront of workplace mental health and wellbeing. We're looking to deliver real-world solutions through collaborative research and development, and implement evidence-based programs that improve psychological health, safety and wellbeing, and enhance productivity in our workplaces. The path forward requires our collective action. Regulators, employers, insurers, unions, health providers, and people with an injury all have a different but collective role to play. Together we can build personal injury schemes that don't just support recovery, they foster resilience, purpose and wellbeing. We must remain committed to integrating mental health into our schemes through evidence-based policy and improved healthcare delivery, and today's forum is a real valuable opportunity to learn from experts and, importantly, from those with lived experience. Your insights will help shape better outcomes for the people of New South Wales. Thank you for your engagement and the work that you all do every day within our schemes. I look forward to continuing our collaboration to advance care for people with an injury. Thank you.